Darlene messaged me and asked me to speak, say a few things about her mother, immediately I said, oh, I'd be honored to do that. But as reality set in, I realized I'd never done this before. And so y'all just pray for me. But it is easy to talk about someone like Miss Gladys. She was an amazing lady that we went to church together. There was Martha, Darlene, Virginia, Sharon, myself, and Robin. We did so many adventures together, just countless. We were together so much. We'd go to church, and of course, one of us would have to go home with the other. Sometimes we split up, sometimes we were all over at one house, but we were either at our house or their house, and we had so many things to talk about. We did many things like church. We did 4-H together, which was fun. We did sewing projects, and we did food projects and things like that. So we were always doing things like that. We all took piano lessons, and when we learned to play just about good enough to play for church, my mother would alternate us playing at church, and that's how we learned to play. And darling, did I realize now that you play for your church? That's awesome. I'm so glad that those piano lessons paid off. Well, some of the things that we did, if we were not together, we would meet at Charles Springs. Oh my goodness, and a lot of y'all I know were at Charles Springs too when we were there. Did we have a blast? And Miss Gladys always had her bathing suit on. She always came in there with us, and she thought she was one of us. But if we ever got to wrestling, tussling a little too much for her, she'd just reach over and dunk us. And we knew who was in command. She really was all the time, but she just tried to be. One of the things that is kind of embarrassing to me, but she loved to tell the story on me, and y'all probably heard it. But when Mr. Otis, he got a harvester and tobacco, I was on the harvester, and then one morning, I can't remember who was driving the tractor, but they were not driving the tractor to suit me. And I guess I had said something a few times, and I was fed up. So I got off the harvester, and I said, Mr. Otis, I quit. I'm boycotting. He didn't raise his voice or nothing. He says, well, why don't you just drive the tractor? So I got on the tractor. And then when we had lunch, and Miss Gladys always prepared a wonderful homemade meal. Reminded me of my mom. My mom always made a really good homemade meal for all the tobacco hands, and so did Miss Gladys. She was a good cook. That's why we liked to go to her house. One of the reasons, besides the girls. But so we ate lunch, and then afterwards, nothing was said. I just went right back out there and got on that harvester like nothing had ever happened. But she loved to tell that story. Well, when George came into the picture, she loved George. I think she loved George because she loved me. And it was evident that she loved me. She would tease him relentlessly. And we all know if Miss Gladys teased you, she liked you. So she did love George. In fact, Mom and I went to the wonderful 90th birthday party that you prepared for your mother a couple of years ago. And as soon as she saw me, she grabbed my hands and she says, oh, I'm so glad y'all are here. Where's George? And I said, well, he wasn't able to come today. She says, well, that's who I really wanted to see. I said, well, gee, thanks. But she was all the time teasing me about that too, that she liked George better than me. But I knew better than that. But it made George feel good anyway. Darling, I've never seen a lady that wanted to be the best mother ever. That you girls were her life. And she saw to it that y'all had everything that y'all needed and a lot of what you wanted. And y'all reminded me so much of my family and the way that my parents provided for me. And I don't know any other family around that had a beautiful family like yours. And are great memories. Your mother was a truly great mother, and she was a special friend, and she was like a second mama to me growing up. We love you all so much.
Thank you, Sheila. This time, if anyone else would like to say anything